Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Basic Japanese for People as Lazy as Me, episode number 2. The second set of 3 hiragana. Tana and Ha wrote. Alright, let's get down to business to defeat the hiragana. So check it out. Last time we learned a, ka, and sa, and the lines associated with them. This time we're going to be learning ta, na, and ha, which all look like this really quick. Ta, chi, tsu, te, and to. The ta line is special, I'll talk about it in a minute. Na, ni, nu, ne, and no. And finally, ha, he, fu, he, and ho. Hey ho. Right. Anyway, so let's talk about how to do these then, right? Here we go. Okay, so here's how this works. We're going to start the same way like we did last time, with ta. The T line is interesting because like in the S line from before where it's sa, su, se, so, but she, the T line has several of those like that. So we'll get there. The first one is ta. Ta is easy. First stroke, let's use a different color. Here. Second stroke, here. Right? This looks very much like if you did this thing here, it would become a, or any of the other sorts of things like that. But in this one, third stroke, here, and final stroke, here. Ta. Right? So if you write it quickly, it looks like this. Easy stuff. First stroke is a horizontal line. Second stroke is that downward sort of making line. Third stroke is this, third and fourth stroke are essentially an equal sign. Yeah. So the next one is T-I. You look at this and think, oh, it must be T. Like T. But it's not, because there isn't that sound in Japanese. T and I end up making chi. Chi. It's important that that happens because they don't have the T sound like that one. So they say chi. Please don't screw that up. I don't know how many times in a beginning Japanese class you hear someone say something that should be chi, but they say T instead because they learned it from some book or whatever, and that's retarded. So don't do it. Let's look at this. Chi looks very, very similar to one that you already know. First is like this. Second one is a hook that goes that way. This looks remarkably like another one, which you know, which looks like this. Ooh, you're going to screw these up because I screwed them up, and obviously all of my mistakes are the ones that you're going to make. Ha ha ha, you guys are probably better than me at this. But anyway, sa is the one where it hooks to the right. Let's try that again. Chi is the one where it hooks to the right. And sa is the one where it hooks to the left. So be careful on that one. So written quickly, it looks like this. It's almost a 5, really. It's just a 5 with extra bits on it. Chi. The next one, tu, isn't really tu because it's Japanese and they don't have that sound. So they say T plus U equals tsu. You know the word tsunami, right? You know how it's written in English. It's tsunami. But that's the important bit to remember here. There is no tu sound in Japanese. It's tsu. So be careful about that. Tsu is a one-stroke character. Tsu. It's essentially just like a hook turned a little bit, or a C diagonal, or half of a heart, or however you want to look at it. Tsu. Easy stuff. T and E make a normal one. It's te. Te has one stroke technically. First stroke is here. And then it just keeps going down like that. Te. So let's talk about to. To is the last bit of this one then, right? To has 2 strokes. First one is a little line like this. It's just like a little tiny bit diagonal. It's not straight up or anything like that. The next one is a C. Really really what they should be doing is they should be connected. To. So, like that. Written quickly, it's just, easy stuff. It looks kind of like one that we've written before, oo, which looks like this. To, when done correctly, looks something like that. It's essentially a C with a stick on top of it, so that's to. This over here is oo, so let's not even look at it. So you've got ta, chi, su, te, and to. Easy stuff. Alright, next up is the ends column, which is going to be na, ni, nu, ne, and no. There are no special ones in this one, which is great that way. So let's look at na. Step by step. First one, like this. Second one, like this. Looks a whole lot like ta, or ah, or any of the other ones that start with those two strokes. So be careful. The next one looks remarkably similar to ta, but the last stroke in this one is what makes it different. It's a squiggle. Na. So written quickly, like that. Up until here, it is essentially the same as writing ta. When you get to the last stroke, you just make like a little sort of messy looking two, or a fish on its side or something like that. And then you've got na. Be careful with this one because this one looks remarkably like ta. The next one is ni. Ni starts with a vertical line with a little bit of a curve to it. You'll probably see it with a little hook here once in a while as well, and that's okay. The next one is, this is the hook from the brush coming up this way, so then it goes from here to here, and then the next one, this one comes down like this and comes around like that. Ni. I mean, that's the sort of like, super special way to do it, but really, it's a line with an equal sign next to it. Easy stuff. Ni. The next one is nu. Nu is probably the most complicated of all of the ones that aren't wo, or o as some people will say it. Nu is interesting. Nu starts with a curved line going inwards. The next stroke is, it looks like no from before. And I'm going to stop this stroke here because technically it's part of the other stroke, but, so you've got this stroke, and then this one comes down and makes a little twirly thing. So it looks like that. You will see something that looks remarkably like this one later, which will look like that. But that's not what we're doing right now. This one you have to have this little twiddly bit on the end or else it does not become nu. So, line in, no thingy, and then a little squiggle. And that's nu. Next is ne. Ne looks kind of like nu because it's got this little squiggly bit on it. Ne is straight line going down. Then a 7 across that line. And then from this one, without picking your pencil or whatever up, make that little squiggly thing. That's ne. Ne. So written quickly. Easy. Finally, no. Out of all of the N category, no is probably the easiest. No has got technically one stroke, but we'll do it in two. First stroke, a diagonal curved line. Second stroke, continue that one and make a circle around it. And that's no. So now we've got na, ni, nu, ne, and no. This one is actually probably a little better than this one because this is supposed to be out a little bit further and all of that. If you're looking for calligraphy, don't come to my channel because I'm bad at it. Moving on. Next in the list is the H channel. Ooh, the H channel. Sounds like fun. The H channel. Ha, he, one special in this one. Fu, which I'll talk about in a sec. Hey and ho. Ha looks pretty familiar. Remember in ta, like you've got ta, which looks like this, and you've got na, which looks like this. Ha is kind of similar. So you've got first one is a vertical line. Next, vertical line, horizontal line next to it. So we're writing ni already. But then it gets a little different. Vertical line, horizontal line. Start with the vertical line, and then pop out to the side. Ha. Vertical line, horizontal line, and around. Easy. That's ha. The next up is he. He technically has one stroke, but we're going to do it in 3, because it's how it looks. He starts first with a little, like, smiley face thing. Next up, little smiley face, big smiley face. And finally, little smiley face, big smiley face, little smiley face. Honestly, it's like if you were drawing a smiley face and it had dimples or something, you could just put eyes right there. But anyway, so there's he. Easy stuff. Hello. I'm doing another video. My students show up all the time when I'm going to make these videos, I swear. Okay, so we've got ha and you've got he. Next up is fu. In Japanese, there is not a who, as in Doctor Who. It's almost like an F sound, but like, instead of biting your lip like you often do for doing like, instead you almost bite your lip. So if you look at my mouth, an F sound goes, but this thing goes, so you almost bite your lip, but you don't actually bite it. So it's fu. Fu is kind of weird. Which, by the way, in romanization, this will not be written H-U, it will be written F-U. Which is why you get Mount Fuji and Fukushima. Right? So be careful. My students are coming back from some sort of practice. So fu, let's talk about it. The first stroke comes down like that. It's like an S. Hello. So, second stroke comes up that way. Hello, Mr. Oichi. And then third stroke comes down the other side. You'll probably see it sometimes written like this. Also okay, not what we're looking for really. It works. It's a handwriting stylistic choice. So written quickly, it's going to crack there. Like that. Alright, another jump cut because of a bunch of interruptions and the bell ringing and all of that. The next one is hey. Hey has one stroke, but we'll put it into 2. First stroke, little up thing. Make sure that it's going up and not going down, because you gotta continue from there. Second stroke, easy. It's essentially just an upwards caret where one tail is longer than the other. Hey. And finally, ho. Ho looks a lot like ha. There's just one extra little thing. So first stroke. Second stroke. This one is on line with the top of the first stroke like this one. Third stroke is directly under that. And fourth stroke, just like ha, is the finishing twirly bit. So there's ho. Easy stuff, right? It looks like this. Ho. Not bad. So you've got ha, he, fu, hey, and ho. Right. Okay, so just like last time, now that we've learned all of these new ones, let's have that little quiz. Get your paper ready, draw this kind of grid, I guess, on it, and then I will point to the thing and say the pronunciation of it, and I'll wait for a second to give you a chance to write it down, then I will write it and you can see if you've got the right answer. Here we go, ready? Ta. Chi. which, by the way, will be written C-H-I, not T-I. Su. Te. To. Like that. Alright, how many did you get out of the first 5? Not terrible looking. Next up, we're going to go with the N category. So, first, ready? Na. Ni. Nu. Ne. No. And finally, the H category. How'd you do on the N's? I expect you guys to be getting 10 out of 10 right now. This is easy stuff. So, ha. He. Who. Hey. And ho. Yeah, it's kind of messy. Whatever. Yeah, that's how these should look. So now you know a grand total of 30 hiragana. You know a and that row, ka and that row, sa and that row, and now ta, na, and ha and their respective rows. Good job! There's only 4 more rows of this, and some of them don't even have all 5 in it. So we're going to cover those in the next one. See you next time.